Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Sunday, so of course, happy Sunday, my friends. You guys will notice I took yesterday off. We had a lot of content last week, so I had work yesterday and felt like a good day to just take off from doing this. However, we're back to it, and today we are satisfying a viewer request. I was asked if I could make a deck basing around one of Yugi's favorite cards, the Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Um, the answer is yes, and today will be that deck. So, this one's like in the middle of the road of what I normally do. This one isn't like going to be super competitive, but again, it's going to be very fun. So, keep all that in mind. This is a good warrior-based build. First thing we're going to need is a skill card, so we're going to grab Joey Wheeler, and we're going to grab the Battle City Slugger. Forget all the text at the bottom. We're only interested with all warriors you control gain 100 for every warrior that you control. So that means if we have one warrior, our one warrior gains 100. If we have two warriors, they both gain 200. If we have three warriors, all three gain 300. That's it. That's the simple math of this. And we're going to leave the math at that, my friends. Now, that said, this should be, and I'm going to pause. I'm going to double count this real quick. So just 1 second. It is, in fact, a 20-card main deck. We do have an extra deck. We do have a side deck, so we'll get those knocked out here in a second as well. First card that we're going to add to our deck is 2 copies of the Command Knight. Now, Command Knight, again, originally like a one of the CT Collector 10 promos. All warrior monsters you control gain 400 attack. This is going to be compounding with our Battle City Slugger. Additionally, if you control another monster, monsters your opponent controls must target that, monsters they control cannot target this card for an attack. This does mean that you do have the potential to do a Command Knight wall where you just have 2 Command Knights. It means everybody's going to be up 1,000 because they each give all warriors 400 each. That's 8. Then there's 2 warriors. Slugger will kick in an extra 2 apiece. So that'd be a quick, cool 1,000. That'll be 22 each. And then your opponent just won't be able to declare attacks, which is fine. Unless, of course, I guess there would be direct attacks, at which point then they could. Next up, a more successful wall. We're going to be playing 3 copies of Marauding Captain. When you normal summon this card... Or sorry, no, that's the second line. Monsters your opponent control cannot target other warrior monsters for attacks, except for this one. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Again, this card got its renown when it was released because it was able to just essentially get you a second body. This allowed us to play into cards like Exile Force. This will allow us to play into the Command Knight. Since they both agree the captain should take the attack, captain's going to gain the power bonus, which is going to be a total of 600 with our skill card. And that'll bring him up to a whopping 1,800 today. So again, he's not being a slouch. He's just going to do his job real well. And then last monster, we're going to be playing 3 copies of that Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. And I understand it's not Guardian. That's just me thinking things because that's just the way that it is in my head. It's Obnoxious Celtic Guard. And the skill here cannot be destroyed by battle by a monster that has 1,900 or more attack value. So again, real quick, this deck is all about building the attack values. So again, if we get the skill moving, that can get us up to 1,700 if we have 3 warriors. And then if one of those happen to be a Command Knight, once we're at 17, that's going to be 21. It means that it is essentially immortal as far as battle is concerned. There's other ways to get him off the field. This is going to be fine. This is it for the monsters. You're just going to play 8. So we're going to have 12 spell traps. We'll get into those. Quick Cosmic Cyclone because reasons. Quick 3-pack of enemy controller. Again, the 2 effects are going to help us whittle our way through attacks, or we'll just go ahead and take our opponent's monster to go for game. Either way, it's fine. It's good quick play. We are going to keep a single copy of Mystical Space Typhoon. 2 copies of Reinforcement of the Army allows us to really pick and choose our warriors. It's like having 10 monsters without having 10 monsters. 3 copies of United We Stand. So this is something to talk about. This means that the weakest one of our cards, and this is without counting our skill card, Battle City Slugger, The weakest card would be Captain. Captain would normally be with somebody, but let's pretend he was on his own. This makes him 2K, which makes him 2,100, which technically makes him 2,900 because you know he brought a friend. And if that friend happens to be Command Knight, the 29 goes to 34. So again, this maths up real quick. A single copy of this with the Obnoxious Celtic Guardian gets us over to where we're over the 1900. That'll bring him up to 2200. And being a 2200 base again it's actually 2300. And that's just if he's on his own and it's not a Command Knight as his friend. It just quickly compounds and gets super out of control real quick. And this again lets us tap into like that semi-immortality that the Obnoxious Celtic Guard has. And then I was left with like 2 last slots. And again, you guys could change this up if you want. Right now I'm rocking Quaking Mirror Force. I have my other option actually in my side deck, so I didn't really feel the need to talk about it here. I'll talk about it in a moment. So this is my 20 card main deck. It's not bad. You could always add in another Command Knight if you wanted to. If you did, I'd suggest something like dropping an Econ or dropping one of the United We Stands just for consistency issues. Or you could just simply run a 21 card deck. That's fine too. This is it for the main. Go ahead and screenshot or whatever it is that you guys do. Pause, make some notes. And I'll be back with the side deck and the extra deck in just a moment. All right, now leading with the sideboard. First thing I want to say, quick Cosmic Cyclone, okay? The deck is actually pretty stable. But when you need to be a little more aggressive, we do need to take out more back row. We were only using 1 card that was in the 3s of the limits. So that was fine. We had our 1 with the MST, 2s with the Rotas. And then we've got 2 out of our 3 mix and match on the Cosmic Cyclones. So not bad. Got 2 Lost Winds. Again, Lost Wind is usually my substitute there when I am discussing what could go out for Quaking Mirror Force. I love Lost Wind. I think it's a great card. It just lets you take care of special summon monsters. It negates effects. And the whole while, we're actually going to be disregarding half of the monster's attack value too. Plus, it's reusable, so it's a good option. Quaking Mirror Force, again, unless they update the ban list, this is just 3. It kind of feels stable at this point. And then last but not least, 2 copies Waking the Dragon. Again, the opponent's probably going to go ahead and try to click some of the back row off. There was plenty of quick play action in here. So they're going to be looking to try to like nip those moves in the bud. At which point you're going to be able to play some all-stars out of your extra deck. Again, I play Arcana Knight Joker. He's able to protect himself. He's huge at 3,800 attack value. Blue Eyes Ultimate, again, another large character that's in charge, 4,500 attack value. Strongest single monster card in the format. Right behind him, Cyber End Dragon. It's like the Neo Blue Eyes. Again, this is the strongest card with piercing in the format, which is good. Destiny and Dragoon. Again, we get a little spot destruction with this one. If the monster was face up that we targeted for the destruction, the opponent takes effect damage equal to the attack value that the card, I think it's when it's in the graveyard, equal to the attack it had on the field. So, no, any augments or decreases will count. You do give up your battle phase that turn, though, so use that one carefully. Ojama King. Again, we can collapse out the opponent's side of the field. It's hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't have monster zones. And then, last but not least, TI's Restrict. So, again, very technical play with that card. Paralyzes a lot of attackers. Makes it so cards can't change battle positions on their own. Makes it a pain in the butt to deal with those enemy controllers. So this is the side of the extra deck to the viewer requested Obnoxious Celtic Guard deck. Again, guys, I love doing requests. If you guys have more requests, let's see them. I do want you to know I do have a notebook here. I'm going to show you a little bit of the notebook. These are everything that I've been doing post the streets, the Battle City Finals. Sorry, that's everything that we've like currently done, minus today's deck, of course. I'm trying to fill up that notebook. So any variations that you guys want to see of stuff, I do have like some note cards somewhere around here. I think they're on the other desk. As far as upcoming and future projects, again, when people request stuff, I write it down, I add it to the list, and as we work through it, I do want to have 2 speed duel decks this next weekend, so I'm going to get busy. I'm going to ask for you guys to do the normal support stuff, like, comment, sub, and we'll see you guys next time around. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope we have a great week, all right? All right, later.